You may know about the races they put on in mid-Michigan, but do you know what else the Crim Fitness Foundation does for the community? I'm joined now with Jim Milanowski, President and CEO of Genesee Health Plan, and Jessica Robinson, Community School Director for the Eisenhower Elementary in Flint. They're here to talk about how Genesee Health Plan helps the Crim Fitness Foundation with the Community Education Initiative. So thank you both for being here with us this morning. All right, so let's start off with what's the Community Education Initiative?
The Community Education Initiative is a resurgence of what was in the past. It's a partnership between the Flint Community Schools and the Crim Fitness Foundation to provide 4 key components, and that's our goals are to increase attendance, to increase our 3rd grade reading levels, to increase our graduation rates and also our grade promotion, and then also to increase neighborhood engagement. So we work with community partners such as Genesee Health Plan to make sure that those initiatives and those goals are met, and then we also incorporate some other partners to ensure that our parents and our students have what they need.
So how did this get started?
In terms of the partnership with Genesee Health Plan and the community health workers, I believe, if Jim can speak a little bit towards that piece, but we saw that there was a need for health and the knowledge of how health can impact students' attendance in school and how we can incorporate that aspect and make sure our students have what they need and their families have what they need in order to be at school on time and provide them with that opportunity.
Absolutely. As those goals were just stated, health is very impactful to attendance and performance in school. If a kid's not healthy or if their parents can't get them to school because they're not healthy, then it's going to impact all of that.
Mm-hmm. And how does this make Flint schools so unique by implementing this into our school districts?
It makes it unique because we're able to provide necessary services, opportunities, resources, and information to our parents. So as Jim mentioned, they can have that information and utilize that to make sure that their students are able to have success academically.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to this initiative, there was only one school nurse for the entire Flint school district. So it was almost impossible for her to be able to, keep up with the health needs of the schools and the community. So this is a wonderful thing for the Flint schools to have so that fitness and nutrition and health are right there at the schools.
It's so important, if you're feeling well, you're performing well in school too.
Absolutely.
So can you talk a little bit more about the partnership between the two programs?
Well, yeah, again, Crim has us on site at the schools, and we have a community health worker at each of the sites that works with someone like Jessica from the Crim Foundation at each site. And so what we do is just really hands-on, talking with students, parents, community members, and we do a little screening, a health screening on where they're at in their health, and then linking them to, like Jessica said, resources in the community, or making sure they get into these programs that the Crim is doing at the schools.
Mm-hmm. And this worker, how do they impact the community overall?
Well, I was just looking at some stats. Last year we did 6,400 of these screenings and met with students and families. And 98% of them had health care coverage, which was good. That's a good thing in our community. But then only 41% actually had a primary care home where they saw a physician on a regular basis. And only 31% of those had a dental home. So we have a lot of work to do as far as getting people linked up to medical and dental services in our community. Because they have the insurance, healthcare is confusing. And so we need to get them to seeing a doctor or a dentist so that they can become healthier.
And perform well in schools
Yes.
and do well overall.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you both so much for being with us today. We appreciate it. And if you'd like some more information, we'll have Facebook Live right here at after our 9 o'clock show, so tune into that. Make sure you log on to Facebook.